Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. Whatever my frustrations with them, it feels good to have helped my people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You and Algernon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind. And you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes. We had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
Alright. I can see how you and Algernon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Like the terrible trickster Fen'Harel, who sealed away the gods?
There was truth to their stories. My rebellion had indeed disrupted the lives of those who had been comfortable. And when I created the Veil, I destroyed an empire. Their judgments were fair, if clouded. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon. Though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. It took me centuries to build such a bond during my rebellion, and when I served the Inquisition, I tried to avoid entanglements.
What about the Inquisitor? Does she not count as a friend?
She does. One of several I grew fond of despite myself when I was with the Inquisition. There was also Cole, a spirit of compassion I helped adapt to our world. He was the only one who knew who I really was. I miss him a great deal. Josephine, the Inquisition's ambassador, was a bastion of kindness and decency in a world that looked down on elves and apostates. Even Cassandra Pendergast of the Order of the Seekers. She was what a believer should be. Faithful, practical, committed to serving, not ruling. I suppose I did bond with the Inquisition after all, as you have with your team.
Thank you for sharing that. So what comes next? What are the gods going to do?
Elganan and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganan's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganan's recovered his own archdemon, and the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elganan's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay, we always knew this was going to be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before.
Not without help, we didn't.
So we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
Did the Veil Jumpers find any traces of where Elganan and his archdemon went?
No. Venatori started swarming the area right after we left, and they had to leave.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the Crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up, and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last. Myrna, hello. I assume Vorgoth's not far
We
back.
have her, Rook. We have her. We know exactly what she's planning.
The professor asked us to research the artifact that came into the possession of Johanna Hezenkos.
She carries a gloaming lantern.
That bad as it sounds?
They were fashioned in ages past by unscrupulous necromancers. The lanterns steal and concentrate life.
Johanna could use it to leech life from hundreds at a time. An endless source of power.
I hate to say it, but it's sort of clever.
Johanna was never short on cleverness, but we found her.
She has returned to Blackthorn Manor.
Hezenkos intends to hold a soiree.
That can't be her whole plan.
No, but I propose a small group infiltrate Johanna's lair while she's distracted and destroy her lantern.
Let's do it.
Vorgoth and I must return to the necropolis.
Hunt well.
If only we could make Johanna see reason.
You tried before. She seems stubborn.
Perhaps that's why she attained immortality, while I quake on the threshold. If I make my own bid for lichdom. Oh, it's no use pretending this hasn't stirred up that old dread of my own mortality.
You could also be having a normal reaction to facing danger every other day.
No, it shouldn't be this crushing, this prevalent. Johanna was never beset by these sort of fears.
A little fear is healthy. You'll feel better once we crash her lair and destroy that lantern. Promise.
Hey, I got word from my mother. She wants to talk.
Have you talked with her since?
Nope, not since I told her I was non-binary. But her note said she wanted to talk about that tablet we found, the old Kunari one. Of course that's what she wants to talk about. We can go whenever you're good.
I'll let you know.
The Evanurers do not need, they only demand. Deny them.
Hey, just thought I'd check in. See how you're doing.
I'm all right, I think. Thanks.
I wish I understood more about the Titans and how we all fit together.
No one does. I don't. I don't think the Oracle did either. When all you have are broken shards, how are you supposed to figure out what they used to be? I think I just need some time to think and sort things out.
You can talk to your friends about it. I hear that helps.
It's already helping. You checking on me, I mean. I still remember every moment of it. Suffocating under the weight of the Titan's pain. I couldn't see a way past it. And all I wanted was for the rest of the world to suffer too. And then everyone was there. And that's when I knew we'd be okay. That I'd be okay.
I know you would have done the same for me.
You helped me remember who I was. Not some Titan, but just Lace Harding. And yes, if you ever need me like I needed you, I will be there. That is my promise to you. You know, I think about Solus sometimes. He's been trapped by his mistakes for eons. When you're blinded by sorrow and pain, you need someone to help you past it. But he's too proud for that. He believes he's alone, even when he doesn't have to be.
He'll never ask for help, but that doesn't mean we can't offer it anyway. But do you think he can be helped?
The Inquisitor and Solus were friends. I know she wants her friend back. She's reached out. All Solus has to do is take the offered hand, the simplest thing. And yet, no one's beyond help, Rook. No one. I have to believe it. Or none of this matters.
Not good. Not even a little bit. Rook! We have to go. We might already be too late.
Slow down. What's happening?
The artifact. Remember how I told you that I'd know if they started another ritual? They did. And it's big. Really, really big. Arlethan big, maybe.
You're sure?
Completely. Nothing else explains that resonance.
Okay, so how do we stop that from happening?
I don't know. Hope the ritual's just started? We might be able to stop it if they haven't gotten very far.
And if they've had the chance?
These rituals need an anchor with a physical body, so not a spirit or whatever Anaris is, which means Syrian. And there's only one way to free an anchor.
Then let's not waste any time.
Rook, I've compiled the last reports from an informant. You remember our talk with Rana? She had a lead on Alia's location. A place called Sanctum Lucican.
A lost Tevinter temple, right? Does this mean you found it?
I'm pretty damn sure.
Of course you found it. And you were worried.
A bit early for the past tense.
So where is this place?
The Mimratha's Catacombs, an underground temple to the god of night. It was sealed off and forgotten under a derelict building outside the Thread Market. I've had an eye on the catacombs. Alias haunted them before, but they span the city, endless twists, hidden passages. It's too much to sweep alone. Thanks to Rana's information, I was able to drop the right hints, ask the right questions. Now we've got a sanctum.
Infiltrating an abandoned temple? Good thing you've got me around.
A little less abandoned with Venatori moved in, but I'm not going to argue. Ducktown's on edge. People are missing. The Threads are putting up a fight against Alia's followers, but they can't last forever. Alia's a powerful blood mage now. If I let her finish the ritual, no more chances.
So what's our next move?
Meet at the Swan, put the last pieces in place after that. We'll see.
Rook, Efka and Antoine sent word. A warden's arrived at Lavendel with news. He might have a lead on Isaiah.
Then we've got to get to Lavendel.
Agreed. Thanks.
Your mother learned something new about the tablet?
Haven't talked to her since the big fight at dinner. Hey, we're here. Mother? Tama? Get Isabella.
It might not be hers.
You think I don't know what my mother's blood smells like? Get Isabella. Tell her to find Cutter. Tama.
No sign of your mother. Cutter's gone too.
He was here. I caught his scent. He took her.
We'll find her, Tosh.
Why did he go after my mother?
There were letters from the Dragon King in his room about your mother and about the tablet.
Since when does the Dragon King want the tablet? He's been after Tosh.
The tablet's about Tosh, about fire breathers. It's why Shathan's desperate to decode it. In exchange for the tablet and Shathan, the Dragon King will turn Cutter into a fire breather, like you.
That's Vashadan!
Isabella, what do you know about the Dragon King?
I know a thing or two about the Antam, but I've never met one like him. He certainly loves dragons.
We know. His Antam were the ones who've been blighting them for the gods.
I mean, he wants to be one. He drinks their blood and everything. Makes sense that he's interested in our Tosh.
Isabella, you knew the tablet was about fire breathers?
Shathan told me.
And you didn't tell us because...
Wasn't mine to tell. Shathan wanted to tell Tosh herself.
Is it actually possible to make Kunari into fire breathers?
No, that's not how it works.
I thought we didn't know how it works.
Doesn't matter if it's true. Cutter believed it enough to take Shathan.
Sounds like it's time to pay a visit to the Dragon King.
We found a map in Cutter's room. He's holed up in a dormant volcano to the north. It's full of old mining tunnels. Getting inside might be a challenge.
We'll handle it.
We'll all handle it. Cutter betrayed us. When you go in, the Lords will have your backs.
Thanks. Let's go.
Dash, we're here. What's the plan?
We find someplace Cutter and my mother were. I can track them from there.
You sure you don't want to head straight for the mine? Isabella said the Dragon King was there.
We find my mother first. She might be somewhere else. I'll kill Cutter and the Dragon King once she's safe.
That boat over there. It could be Cutter's.
Maybe. Let's look. She was here. So was Cutter.
You can track them by their scent?
Scent, tracks, whatever it takes. Cutter's not getting away.
We've got on, Tom.
Are they looking for us?
Don't care. They're in my way.
Fear not at all. You creatures enjoying the dragon.
Not my priest. She's my mother.
More Antam on the way.
All yours. Loosen the lid for you.
Now we know he has her.
Not for long. Hey, take a look over there. She was here.
If they came this way, they barred the path afterwards.
I'll make us a path. Good. Come on!
You okay, Tosh?
I'm fine! You come to die. Got him ready for you. Hey, take a look over there. We're on their trail.
Run!
You're dead! We're getting closer.
We don't have time for this. Hang on, this thing's gonna burn.
An Antam cannon, and they didn't even load it.
Must have hit him before they could get it ready.